On scammer number 1, the first thing I would see is this huge yellow block, from which I can build a 4-move layer pretty easily by bringing this corner down to orient it, and in this case is a 3-mover, which can be solved like that. And the way I would want to look at is I would see that this corner, this is a pattern that I know. This corner is fixed, this corner travels by R2, and then the centers move along a vertical U-berm. This goes here, the centers, this goes here, and this goes here. So we see that the U center is here. The corners, first of all, are solved. The center, U center is here. Here, there is an opposite center, and this is non-opposite. So this is a Watt, and this is an L5C, by the way. So this is a pure Watt permutation, and it's the ugly one. So, well, or at least the one I like the least. Here, I probably could cancel into this one, actually. So I could do this, and then do this. And, or I'm in a solve, I might actually have gone with the other one. There also is a white layer in 4, which can be done by solving these 2 corners and then solving this corner. And of course, the last result corners can be solving either way. Probably then gone this way, which is the more inefficient. Of course, I should have seen this one coming. So yeah, and from here you could do, the way to solve this case is to do sledge and then cancel into double sledge. But of course I should just insert the corners the other way around and then get this case. On scammer number 2, there is a huge blue block, and if you look at this closely, you will see that actually this is a pseudo layer, because when you put this corner and twist it, this corner is actually solved. So this is a pseudo layer, and we need to determine what the corner orientation is and what the center permutation is. So this corner is oriented because if you insert that here, this goes like that. This corner needs to twist counterclockwise, although you could also use this corner, and this corner would need to, well, this is the corner that goes here, so this will need to twist clockwise. So basically, it's the corner orientation is a peanut with the things going like this. And then the center permutation, the center that goes on top is the opposite of white, which is yellow. So yellow goes here, then this goes here. So this goes here, this goes here. This goes to the red, which is here. This goes to orange, which is here. So this is a square permutation, which goes clockwise. So we have a peanut with the center in BR and a clockwise square permutation. So basically it's, if I can get this, yep, no, it's not this one. It's this guy's here. So it's basically this case, which you do B prime, sledge, hedge, and you cancel. So in this case, you need to do the algorithm from this angle. So B prime, sledge, and this is the last move. Of course, you can simply insert the corner, and you get this case, which is not a great case. The other instructive layer that I can find, there is a 5-mover on red. The way this works is you solve this corner, and then you have this case, which is a 3-mover, which I've shown repeatedly at this point. And the way this works, so first of all, you need to trace the corners. The corners are not particularly difficult to trace. Actually, I'm pretty sure this corner is fixed, and then this just goes by double move, so you're gonna get a peanut from this angle. And then the centers move according to an H permutation. So this goes here, this to swap. So basically, you're just gonna get a peanut plus triple sledge. And the way I finger trick is like that probably. And then this case here again. On scammer number 3, pretty much the only good layer that I could find is the green layer. So you have 3 pieces in the top layer, and the only one that makes sense to insert is actually this one. If you insert this one, you're gonna get a bad case. If you insert this one, you're just gonna get, this doesn't go here. So you need to insert this one here, and you're gonna get a 3-mover. So the solution is put this corner here and do this. And to want to look at this solution, first of all, the corners. These 2 corners just go, one goes like this, and the other one goes like this. So you're gonna get a peanut from this. So this is the main corner, so the two things go like that. To one look the center, basically I know this pattern here, and with this case here, these three centers just cycle clockwise around this corner here. So the U center goes here, and then you can trace the centers and see that there is no opposite or solved centers. It's a sort of permutation, and center that ends up on top is the orange one. So basically, you're going to get a peanut plus clockwise swirl permutation with the U center in will be FR, and so basically it's this case here. But you notice this is the last move, so I can cancel, and I can do just a sledge from here, and then like that. Scrum number 4. Probably the first good layer that we'll find is the white layer, where you just insert this corner here like that, and then this is a 3 mover. You can also do this in this way, where you first do this 3 and then do that. I would definitely do the first option, though I probably need to learn how to one look both of them. Well, I probably can one look both of them, but I probably need to like get used to actually doing the one looking for both of them. So the way I'm one look this is first of all the corners. So first of all, this is a pattern that I know, and this corner is fixed, and then this corner just moves like that. So basically, I know that we'll get a pie, so with the headlights on front. Then from this pattern, I know this is a for the centers, this is a horizontal U-perm with the centers going like this. So basically what I would see is I see this center is solved, then this center goes here, and then I would see this will become blue and this is red. So I would see, I'll get this case here, and there's, I'm not sure if you saw this case here, we have a pi plus pseudo z-perm, so you get this. There is another very interesting layer on orange. Oh, this is a 4 move layer, which can be done in 2 ways. And the 2 ways are just because you can insert, no, actually that's not true. There is only one way to do that. And basically, the first move doesn't solve any corners, so that's going to be hard to see. This is the first move, and then now it's a 3 move layer because you insert this corner, then this corner, then this corner. And I don't think I would see this in a solve. I definitely need to get used to doing this. Basically, the way you could one look this is after this move, this pattern is a triple sledge on the centers. The corners are always easy to see because basically this corner move here. So I got a pi from this angle. And I'm pretty sure the centers are a triple sledge in this way, so these two swap and these two swap. So you would get, well, this center will be solved, so you would get a peanut plus pseudo z-perm, which is this. And this case, I would finger trick it like this, and then from here I would do a sledge from the back. And I'm not sure this is optimal, but that's what I use. Scrummer number 5. I'm pretty sure the only layer that is here is on green. Green has a 4 move layer. And there are 2 ways in doing that. One way is to first solve this corner and then get this case. And the other one is to first solve this corner like this and then you get this case. They're pretty equivalent in terms of like ease on one look and probably speed as well. So let's go with the inserting this corner first. So the way you will one look this is first of all the corners. So this is a pattern I know. I mean, it's 2 move layer and not too difficult, but it's useful to know this is a pattern because the centers are just a horizontal U-perm. As far as the corners are concerned, basically this corner just moves like that and this corner just moves like that. So you could trace the corners and see that we got a pi with headlights in the back. And as far as the centers are concerned, well, I see this center goes here. So this is the U center. And then I would see, well, I see this center goes here and then it's solved. This center goes down here, then it's solved. So immediately I will know that this is a vertical U-perm. And so we got this case, and unfortunately it's kind of from the wrong angle. There exists a Ceres Advanced solution, which is surprisingly fast, even though it's 4 sledges, which works like this: sledge, 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 sledge. Let me show you again. So it's sledge cancel into sledge, and then sledge cancel into sledge. The other solution is just solving this first. So again, the corners is just a pie with headlights here. And then if you want to look through the centers real quick, you notice this is an H permutation, because this center goes here after the first 2 moves. This center goes here and it's not affected after the first 2 moves. And finally, you can probably look at any center, like this goes here and then goes here. So you get a pi plus H perm. And the nice thing is that you can cancel into a Ceres Advanced alg, because you're doing this. And you can cancel into hedge and then U2U and Y2U perm. Scrum number 6 has quite a lot of decent solutions. So you can do red in 5, you can do orange in 5, you can do white in 4, but it's hard to one look, but there is an easier to one look and kind of finger trick friendly 5 mover on white. Let's do this one first. This looks annoying, and also this looks like it should be 6 moves, because you should do this, and then this is a 5 mover. But actually, you can solve this layer by inserting this corner in 3 moves, by adding this move and then going like that. The corners are really easy to trace, because this goes here and this goes here, so we got a pie from with the highlights here. And then the centers move according to a Watt permutation, and you have to remember that this is the corner that remains fixed, so this corner goes here. So everything must be referenced with respect to this corner and not this corner. And the centers move along to a Watt perm, so here, 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 here. And you see that these 2 centers become solved, and then this becomes a U permutation, so it becomes this case here. And the best way to solve this case from this angle is to do Ceres Advanced, but you don't do hedge. You rotate and you do a U perm followed by a sledge. So let me show you. You have sledge, and then you get this case. There are other solutions. Let's see what happens with orange. So this is the first move. And then I'm not going to show directly all the one looks. Just note this pattern here is a pattern where all the corners, well, all the centers stay in place. And you can solve this in 2 ways. You can do it like this, and you get this case, which actually cancels. Or you can do this, for which I'm pretty sure you can, you can do an S, which is like sledge, and then this case. As I promised, the white layer has a 4 mover, which consists of actually replacing this here. This is one of the cases that I call Giga Child, and I'm not quite able to one look this yet. And then you would insert this corner, and this corner, and this corner, and you get a next perm. And then the solution that is a 5 mover that's easy to one look is insert this here, and then you get this case. So B prime B. And if I remember correctly, this is this was either a no perm or like a pseudo Z perm. I don't quite remember right now. I think this is a horizontal U perm though. But anyway, you get this case. And for this case, from this angle, you could do this, which I'm locking up a lot. In Scrum number 7, there is a very obvious blue block. And I know all the one look patterns for these cases, so I'll definitely go for this in a solve. Well, that's the first thing I'm going to try in one look anyways. And what I see, well, the way you want to look this is that this corner just moves bad like this, so this goes here. And then the centers go according to a U-perm, so this vertical U-perm, this goes here, and this goes. And by the way, this is fixed. This goes here, this goes here, and this goes here. So here you will be getting a pi plus watt perm. And by the way, the solution is this. And this is the case that you get. You can probably cancel. I don't know if I will be able to do that. There is also an interesting 5 mover on orange, which is quite notable. So the way this works is you insert this corner here, and then you get a 3 mover with these two. Now the corners, this corner is fixed, and this corner goes like that. This is a pattern that I'm trying to learn, and I'm pretty sure you get a horizontal U-perm. I don't quite remember which horizontal U-perm you get. So okay, I'll just do that. And you get this case here, which is a 7 mover. Scramble number 8 has a very instructive layer on green. So basically there's this corner that can be inserted in 1 move, and there's this pair of corners, which alone can be inserted in 3 moves. And it turns out that this combination is actually a 4 mover. You don't put this first. You actually solve these two corners first, and then this is magically on 1 mover, and it moves from here to here. And the way I want to look at this is I first trace through this first 3 moves, which is a pattern that I do know. And then I would trace the last move. I would see that these two corners are not affected by the first 3 moves. Well, and they're affected by R and R prime, but like after the first 3 moves, this corner stay in place, and then the last move just bring them here. So we got a peanut from this angle, so I'll go like that. The centers, so I would see this goes here, this goes here, this goes here, after the first 3 moves. And then I'll do this. So this center becomes opposite. This center becomes opposite. This center goes here. So I would basically be getting a peanut plus X, which is a 2 sledge case. But there exists a cancellation in this scramble, because this case, it turns out that it can be done in an alternative way, where the first move is this. I don't know if I would cancel the arts. I might actually do an R2 here, because basically the way you solve this is sledge and then insert this, which is a very nice solution. Scramble number 9 has a very obvious diagonal here, and this is a symmetrical case, which means you can well look at it from 2 different angles. And it can be done in a few ways. The most obvious way to do this is just insert 1 corner and then insert this. And from one angle you get this, and from the other angle you get this, which is a bit better. And the way this case gets one looked is, let's say from this angle. So this corner twists by the second move, and then this corner just goes like that. So we get a pi from this angle. And then you just get a pseudo Z-perm, so these 2 center swap and these 2 center swap. So yeah, in this case you would get like this case, which you can cancel as well, but I don't think cancellation is worth it in this case. There exists also another way to solve this layer in the same number of moves. Basically, you orient this corner here, and then you solve this, and then you insert these 2, and you get a pi from this angle, so that's really nice. And that's probably the best solution that there is on the scramble. And I'm not sure I would have seen this, because... and by the way, this case is traced by a U-perm, so the center move according to a U-perm. I don't quite remember how which corners are the best, because I need to implement this case. From this angle, you get this, which is worse. It cancels, but it's worse. So yeah. There is also a 5 mover in red. So if you solve this corner, you get this 3 mover, which can be one looked pretty easily, because this corner just moved by an F2, and then you got a horizontal U-perms on the centers. So this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. So you get this case here, and this case is solved with series advance. There is definitely a null from this angle that starts like sledge, like I don't know. There's probably something like this where you then do this and cancel there. There is also that's not the series advance solution. For this case, the way I would do this from this angle is sledge, edge, and then you would do this non-polished ledge. On scramble number 10, the first solution that I would see is the white layer, which can be done in 4 moves. And the way this works is that you insert these 2 corners in 3 moves, and then this is a 1 mover, basically because it's only affected by this kind of moves, which there are 2 of, and it's not affected by this move. And the way I want to look this case is, again, I would trace through the first 3 moves first, and then through that. So basically this corner goes here, and then twist, this corner goes here, so it's a peanut from this angle. And then as far as the centers are concerned, actually, this case you can memorize that it just is a U-perm. So basically this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. And the way you could see this, if you don't remember, is that the first 3 moves just move the centers like this, and then the second move, the last move moves it like that. So the center goes here, and so this goes here, this goes here, this goes here. And basically you would get this case here, which I mean, if there are a few arcs for this. Since I'm here, I would probably choose to do this, which is not a center alg. There is also an interesting 4 mover on blue, and the way this works is you solve these 2 corners first, but before solving the last one, you insert this here, which is the case that I had in the last solve of my 2.29 average, so you can go watch my reconstructions. Actually, I think it was the mirror case, but that's conceptually the same. And the way you can look at this is, so first of all, this corner is fixed, this goes here, which is pretty easy to see if you're experienced enough. And basically, you can memorize the one look pattern because this is a pseudo Z-perm. So you can trace the center goes here, so you know that this also goes here. And then you can trace, for example, this center, which after the first move goes like this, and then this is again, this case is a U-perm, so this doesn't get modified. So you would be getting a peanut plus X. And actually you can cancel, because you can do it like that. On scramble number 11, there are quite a few 5 movers. So the most obvious is probably on the white. You can insert this corner here like this, and then this is a 4 mover, which I know the one look pattern of. Which basically the way this works is, if you can, the corner twist can be done in a few ways. You can do it like this, but it can also be done like this. And the last one is better because it cancels. In this case, it's better, I should say. And the way I want to look this is this pattern. This moves here, and then these centers go like that. I'm not gonna go through the full tracing here, but basically you would get this case. Quite interesting. You actually have like this TCLL case, which I don't quite remember. It was something like no, it wasn't this one. It was a good TCLL or something, but yeah, I'll post it in the description, I guess, or in the pinned comment. Other good solutions on the scramble. There's yellow, which is interesting. I don't remember the one-lick pattern. I remember it's like either an H-perm or a Z-perm. Pretty-ish. I'm not completely sure, actually. But basically, you can solve this corner like this, and then you get these 2 like that. Let's see if I can figure out what this is. This goes here. I think that's an H-perm. Yeah, that's just an H-perm. The corners are difficult, though. Are they? No, they just move like U2. But then you get this case, which... bad angle. There was also something else. There's something on... Wait, is it this one? I think it's this. Yeah, no, it's not this one. I swear I saw something. Well, disappeared, I guess. So I had seen something like this, but like you got a better case. Maybe I'm just crazy. Yeah, there's nothing else. I'm just crazy. Finally, Skewb number 12. Well, it just has a 3-move layer on green. And there's not much to say. You just trace the 3 moves. Basically, the way this works is whenever you have a 3-move layer that's not 2-gen, basically that involves rotating 3 different corners. It's just a matter of what order you insert the corners in. So in this case, you insert this corner first and this corner first. And it's very important that you do these 2 in this order and not the other way around, because otherwise this corner is bad. Whereas this way you do it like this. And you can trace them. And this pattern is also a pattern, by the way. It's a pseudo Z-perm. These 2 center swap, these 2 center swap. The corners are usually easy. Once you get, if you're really trying to learn how to one-look 3-move layers, you should actually know how to one-look the corners. So yeah, but basically you get this and then this case. There is an instructive 5-mover. I mean, the instructive part is that there is a wrong solution. So on white, I think most people would just like insert these 2 corners and then twist this. That's a mistake. What you should do is insert this, and then these 2 are actually a 4-mover rather than a 5-mover. So we got this, and I already showed how to one look at the last case, so I'm not gonna do it again. And you get an O-perm.